Alright boys, today we're going to be talking about the fastest way to actually end up making stubs day one. Now this is kind of my method, this is what I'm going to be doing. And first off, before we get into the video, I want to announce I will be streaming on Thursday night whenever MLB The Show actually ends up coming out. We are going to be streaming here on YouTube, and we're going to be grinding this, so make sure you come in the stream, come in the hype. We're going to be grinding MLB The Show 22 for at least 2 to 3 hours before I end up going to bed because I got to start the next morning. But we are going to be grinding MLB The Show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys top into the stream. That'll be Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so 2 days from now from this video, I will be streaming MLB The Show 22. Make sure you guys come hang out. It's going to be a blast. Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you guys go and check out, if you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys hit that like and sub button. We're on the road to 10,000 subs, so hit that sub button. We're going to be grinding into MLB The Show 22, and let's get right into how we are going to be making a ton of stubs day one. Now, going into MLB The Show 22, I actually have a couple of video comings out. The first one that I have today is going to be talking about stubs, but I'm also going to be talking about some Budget Beast tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about the best cards to use day one. I'm sure you guys have seen my videos of the top 10 tips that you guys need to do day one, but today we're going to be going into depth, like I said I would, on how I am going to be grinding stubs on day one. So there are 3 different things that I am going to be doing day one. First thing is grinding stubs. And this first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to the marketplace and we're going to be going to live series golds. Now, what we're going to be doing here is we aren't going to be looking for a really high overall card. We want to make sure these are 85 and under cards because we're not going to have a lot of stubs. If you're like me, I don't spend stubs on the game. I don't buy stubs, and so I am going to be grinding. Obviously, if you do, it's not going to hurt you. I'm just kind of saying this is going to be kind of what I'm going to be going after. The first thing I'm going to be going after is going to be silvers. Now, this is what I'm going to be doing. And so whenever you are flipping cards, this is how you guys do it. So what we're going to be doing, and I'll be talking about all of this in depth in my stream on Thursday, so make sure that you guys are coming through to that. But Ryan McMahon, we're just going to use this. Obviously, the gaps aren't going to be like this because this is the end of the year, but what you're going to be doing is putting a buy order in for about, let's say, I believe it's 20... I believe silver's quick sell for 75, so you'd go 100 stubs here. And then you would wait for that Ryan McMahon to fill, and in this case, you would end up creating a sell order for that card at 383. And I'll be doing this with you guys whenever we end up doing this. You can see that the seller will receive, I know my camera's blocking a little bit, but 345 stubs. So that is 300 stubs a pop. Now, usually I am able, and I've been doing this for a long time, I am able to get about, on day one at least, probably around, I'd say 70 to 80 flips an hour, maybe more. We'll see how that market ends up going. But 70 to 80 flips times 300 stubs is 24,000 stubs an hour day one. Now, I know what you're thinking. 24,000 stubs an hour isn't a lot at this time of year. Yeah, it's not, but day one, 24,000 stubs an hour is actually really good. Considering day one, Trout is usually around 170,000 stubs to 180,000 stubs for the first week because stubs are really low. So one thing that I will say is we're probably going to be shooting around the ballpark of around 25,000 stubs an hour for flipping. Now, here's the thing that's kind of the wild card that I'm going to talk about. Is I don't know if they will be like this day one, but at the beginning of the year last year, and this was insane, once these 42 cards came out, there were like 3,000 stub gaps between these cards, and you were able to make about 2,000 flipping these, just like how I did on the silver card, but on the 42 cards. And this year, I believe, I don't remember what exactly they're called, but it's the legends that end up coming out day one. So these 42 cards that end up coming out day one, the new legends, all of that, the choice packs, those are going to be sellable, and those are going to be on the auction block. Last year, I believe about a week or 2 into the game, I was able to make 3,000 stubs a flip doing that. Now, I was able to get about 20 of those flips an hour, and so if I was making about 2,000 to 3,000 a flip times 20, I was actually able to make about 60,000 stubs an hour flipping the new series cards. And so day one, a lot of guys are going to be trying to get those 88 to 90 overall. There's that Ricky Henderson card, and there are some of those other cards that are coming out. So those are going to be really high traffic cards, especially for the first week of the game. And I think that I'm going to be able to snag around and end up screwing around and getting collections done in the first week by doing this. Now, I'm not just going to be sitting on the market, but this is going to be the best, kind of one of the best ways to end up making stubs day one. Now, this is the grinding method. Now, for playing the game and making stubs, I'm going to say two things. First off is not only are you going to be able to make a lot of stubs on the market, but if you are a good player, you can probably end up making a lot of stubs at the beginning of the game by playing Battle Royale, Ranked Season, and events. Now, I do not know if they will have an event day one. That's one thing that I will say is we do not know if they will end up having that, but you make a lot of stubs playing events. You get a lot of free packs doing events. Maybe you'll get lucky and pull a diamond and you'll be insane. Usually my pack luck is terrible every year, but playing events is usually really good. That's the first way that you probably make a ton of stubs. Now, the next big way that you can make stubs is by playing Battle Royale. Now, I know a lot of people say that they're not that good at Battle Royale, and I understand that, but the Battle Royale program is just so elite for making stubs. Now, whenever you finish the BR program, you get these cards, which usually are worth about 1,000 to 800 a pop, and then you're getting 1,500 stubs at 20, and you're getting all of these kind of gold round cards, which are really good, and then there's always the flawless cards, and these cards you get by just playing Battle Royale. You'll end up getting these guys, and they are really, really gross. Obviously, it's not going to be 99 overalls day one, but I still see those 88s and those 90s that they end up dropping day one for the Battle Royale program, probably going for about 100, 150,000 stubs, and that's going to be pretty close, or if not half of Mike Trout. So you guys are going to want to end up doing the Battle Royale program. Free stubs, easy stubs, absolute grind. It's going to be amazing to do day one. So I'm going to be grinding BR, and on top of that, I know that I got 3 flawlesses last year. So if I can get a flawless early, and if you guys can get a flawless or end up getting even those diamonds, those 6-win cards are even going to be worth 2,000, 3,000 day one. So Battle Royale is going to be a big way to make stubs day one. I know it's 1,500 stubs an entry. 1,500 stubs at the beginning of the game is a lot of stubs for an entry, I understand, but you're going to be making a lot of stubs along the way, and I feel like I just got to grind through the Battle Royale program, and that's going to be what I'm going to be doing. The third way to make stubs that I'm going to be doing is going to be team affinities. Now, team affinities are going to be absolutely amazing day one. Now, I'm going to pop some stuff up on the screen right now. Casey Mize, guys like Corey Seager, guys like Mike Trout are going to be guys that are already going to be in the program. Now, not only are you getting all of those amazing cards that are coming out, but you also get a lot of really good things along the way. You're going to be getting a lot of free packs. These are 6 packs a pop. You're going to be getting Ball in the Habit packs, which at the beginning of the year actually aren't terrible. You're probably going to get a gold like every single time, but those golds can be up to about 3,000, 4,000 stubs at the beginning of the year, especially if you pull like one of those budget beasts like Jordan Alvarez. So just keep in mind that you can actually make a lot of stubs doing Team Affinity. And on top of that, whenever you're doing Team Affinity, you are going to want that Trout card. You're going to want those really good cards that come early in the game because they're amazing. And you're going to want to make sure you get your hands on them because those are going to be elite, especially for you guys that are no money spent at the beginning of the year. It's going to be a grind and free cards whenever SDS hands you good free cards that we can use instead of the live series cards, because we're going for guys like Trout and DeGrom, like I talked about in my last tips video, and we're going for the big guys. Then you're going to be able to use those 90s to end up beating a lot of God squads and ranked, and especially whenever you end up getting higher and higher in ranked, those guys get sweaty, really sweaty. So you are going to want to have cards that can compete. That 90 overall Mike Trout's going to be gross. 88 Aroldis Chapman out of the pin's going to be gross. Class A is going to be gross. Those cards are going to be disgusting. You guys are going to want to be on top of that because they're going to be filthy. So this is going to be my strategy for day one on how I am going to be getting stubs. We're going to be grinding this. I'm going to be going like crazy day one. Once MLB The Show 21 comes out, we're going to be grinding. I want to be uploading a ton, even double uploading some days. And we're going to be streaming a ton on the channel as well as we grind through all of the collections and all of the nitty grinds of the game. There's going to be guides for literally everything. First thing I'm probably going to look at and finish is going to be ball player and figure out how good that is. And then I'm going to be talking about stubs and kind of other things. So we're going to be grinding this year. Make sure you guys drop a like and a sub. Make sure you guys hit that. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit 10K in a couple of months. But we're going to be grinding this game so hard. Make sure you guys hit that sub button. I'm so ready for day one on Thursday. Make sure you boys hop in the stream. We'll be grinding and we're going to get these collections fast. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.